Okay, we're going to move on to handout 2.1, talking about how to categorize and put data into charts. We've got a survey of 1,250 people asked how often each person used the internet. All right, we're going to work on frequency as the first column, the percent column, and then the cumulative frequency. Remember, the cumulative frequency is nothing more than actually adding up the numbers. All right, so let me go ahead and start. Push this over. And I'll post this online so y'all can see it as well, but this is going to be I'll go ahead and cut out, edit this one this time. Alright, so let's start. We've got a survey of 1,250 people, and it gives us the breakout. On the survey, there are 96 that responded that they never use it, said they rarely use it, said that they occasionally use it, and use it all the time. So here we're going to have our columns for internet usage, which was a given. F is just the actual frequency, which is the number of people. Then we're going to have a column which is just the percent. This number over the total number. And then we're going to do the cumulative percent. C. Percent. I've got my calculator out as well. Right? And I like to label them so that when we're talking about the cumulative percent, I want to go kind of in an order so that it's kind of logical. I don't want to put people who never use it right next to people who always use it. You want it to sort of, if you're thinking about order, make sense. And so I'm going to start at the very bottom with people who never use it and work my way up to those who use it a little bit more, etc., then always use it. That way the cumulative percent, this number up here, should be, without a doubt, always 100. Because remember, I'm adding the cumulative columns. So I have never, to bear with me, those who rarely, occasionally, and the last one, which is all the time. And it gave us numbers. It told us those who actually use it, 96, so they never used it. We got a 96 here. 214 people said that they rarely used it. 572 people are occasional. And then 368 use it all the time. Very first thing you want to do is you want to sum up your columns so that you know what your N is. All right? N is going to be equal to 1250. 96 plus 214 plus 572 plus 368 equals 1250. Now your percent column is just simply figuring out, like in a pie chart, what percent are all the time, occasionally, rarely, and never. So all you have to know is, what is your F over your N? So 368 divided by 1250 is the fourth column here. When I do the math on that, I'm going to find out that that is equal to, I wish I had a calculator in front of me, 29.4. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. When you put the math in there, you're going to see that this next column, 572 divided by 1250, right? 572 divided by 1250 is 45.8. This column here is going to be 214 divided by 1250, which is going to be 17.1. And then for the never column, 96 divided by 1250 is 7.7. So if you're thinking of a pie chart, which you've seen before, nearly half of our people, this would be the occasional users, right, at 45.8. Right, now your cumulative frequency is basically just adding up the lower levels. So obviously the cumulative frequency of those who never use it is going to be 7.7. Rarely is going to be 7.7 plus 17.1, which is going to give you 24.8. Then you want to get to the occasional cumulative frequency, adding it up, and we're going to have 17.1 plus 45.8, which is going to give you 70.6. Again, this column here equal is this plus this. This plus this equals this. 24 plus 45 equals 70.1, and then obviously 70.6, and then 70.6 plus 29.4 is going to equal 100. That's how you do a cumulative frequency chart.